Good morning, my dear students. Myself, Sulochana Das, your history teacher, welcome you all for the online teaching. Student, today we will start the second chapter in history, that is Europe and India. In the previous lecture, I have mentioned that this year we are going to study the modern Indian history. So, in this chapter or in this module, we are going to study the following topic: period of Renaissance, religious reform movement, geographical discoveries, intellectual revolution in Europe, revolution in political sphere, and American War of Independence. So let's begin with the lesson Europe and India. Before we talk about India, let us discuss about Europe, because during the modern period, various happenings in Europe or various events in Europe had a direct or indirect impact on India. Therefore, it is very important to study the events happening during the period. So we will start with our first topic now, student. That is the period of Renaissance. Now, Renaissance was an important event in European history. The word Renaissance means rebirth or the revival. It was a period of rebirth in arts, science, culture in the European society. In history of Europe, the last phase of medieval period, that is 13th to 16th century, is known as the period of Renaissance. Now, during this period, changes was brought in European society. In the field of science, religious reform movement took place and many geographical discoveries were made, and which ultimately laid the foundation of modern era. Hence, this period is also known as the Age of Renaissance. During the Renaissance period, there was a revival or renewal or improvement of the Greek and Roman tradition, especially in the field of art, architecture, philosophy, etc., and which gave a momentum to overall development or which brought a overall development of Europe. During this period, humanitarianism was given a great impetus. People started believing in improving the people's life. So, increasingly people were paying more attention to this life rather than afterlife. Thus, there was a change in outlook of treating each other as a human being. Now, instead of religion, man was the center point of all ideology. Now, ideology means belief. So, now people started believing in humanism rather than religion. Before religion, we can say that before religion was given more importance than men. Now human being was given more importance. Moreover, the reform movement spread throughout all sector of human life, which could be observed through science, knowledge, and different section of arts. Now we move on to our next topic, that is change in the field of literature. Now, literature which was produced during the Renaissance period depicted human sentiment and emotions. Now, literature is a book for knowledge of the people. So, let's see what changes were brought in literature. For better understanding of the people, literature was written in the local language so that the common people can easily understand. Moreover, the discovery of printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in 1450 AD helped in the spread of knowledge new ideas and concepts to all the section of society, and thus reached the common people. Before, there was only book, that was Bible, and that was only for the kings, nobles, and common people were not allowed to read and write. So the printing press played a very important role in bringing change in the field of literature. Now let's discuss what changes took place in the field of art. Now, art also, during that period, art also depicted the human sentiment and emotions. Now, before the Renaissance, that is in the medieval period, art was mostly religious and concerned with conveying Christian beliefs and values, and common people, pictures were not allowed to be drawn. Whereas art during Renaissance period was less focused on religion and more focused on daily life of the people. So Renaissance art influenced the whole world and made them realized or showed that art did not just have to be made to symbolize the church, but art could be used to show the emotion in people as well. Now we move on to our next topic, that is religious reforms movement. Now Europe was totally under the influence of the king, nobles and priests. The people of Europe were ignorant and the Christian priests were taking advantage of this. The priests exploited the people in the name of religion and indulged in unnecessarily meaningless rituals. They convince the people, or you can say in other words, they threaten the people. If you are not doing this, the God is surely going to give you punishment. And thus they looted the people in the name of religion. Hence, a movement began against it, and which is known as religious reform movement. Means to put an end to all this, many reformers brought about awakening among the people, and that is called the religious reform. This movement gave more importance to human freedom and rationalism than religion. During the movement, the old religious ideologies of the Roman Catholic Church were attacked by the independent intellectual. Now the next topic, that is geographical discoveries. Now in 1453 AD, the Ottoman Turks conquered Constantinople, that is Istanbul, which was the capital of Byzantine Empire. Now the overland trade routes joining Asia and Europe went through this city. Now since the Turks blocked this route, there was a need of finding alternative trade route for the European countries to reach Asia. Okay, means to continue their trading, they need to find a new route to continue their trading with the Asian countries, as the land route is blocked. So they felt it necessary that they should find an alternative trade route, and thus this led to a new phase of geographical discoveries. Some of the European sailors started their geographical discoveries. They are Bartholomew Dias, Christopher Columbus, and Vasco da Gama. Now in 1487 AD, Bartholomew Dias, a Portuguese sailor, began his expedition in search of India, but reached the tip of African continent, which we now know as the Cape of Good Hope. And in 1492 AD, Christopher Columbus, he also set on his journey to India by sailing towards west, but reached on the western coast of the continent of America. And finally, in 1498 AD, Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama managed to sail past the Cape of Good Hope and reach the Indian coast in Calicut. And because of the effort of these sailors, the new sea route could be discovered. Now we move on to the next topic, that is intellectual revolution. Intellectual revolution took place during the same period when Europe stepped into the modern age from the medieval age due to the changes that occurred during the Renaissance period. Now the society started stepping out of the past ignorance and blind faith. The people started to think logically, and the traditional old customs were challenged. They are seen from a critical point of view. These changes are known as intellectual revolution. On that principle of observing and testing reality in search of objective truth introduced a new way of thinking about the world. Intellectual revolution gave the speed or momentum to the scientific discoveries in Europe. Now a new type of scientific discoveries were made by the scientists like Newton, Galileo, Copernicus, etc. Hence, we can say the intellectual revolution is very important in Europe because now Europe started to move towards the modern period. They have left behind all the tradition, old customs, the blind faith, and now they are moving to a new type of world. That is, they are moving from medieval period to the modern period. Now the next topic, revolution in political sphere. In the early stages, that is the beginning of modern period in Europe, many political changes started to take place. Due to various revolutionary events during 18th as well as 19th century, this period, that is the beginning of modern period, is known as the Age of Revolution. Now let's see what revolutionary event took place. First, during this period, there was a development of parliamentary democracy in England. Now student, you must be knowing in India also we have parliamentary system. That is, power is no more in the hands of one person, but it is in the hands of the common people. There was changes in the form of cabinet system also. The Bill of Rights was passed in the year 1689, which limited the power of the king. It means it laid limitation on the power of the king. Certain restrictions were put on the power of the king, nobles, etc. They were not allowed to interfere in the parliamentary democracy. Thus, the sovereignty, the freedom of the parliament was established. Now let's talk about American War of Independence. Now, due to revolution in Europe, lot of changes were brought in Europe. Geographical discoveries were made. So one such result of geographical discoveries is America. So with the background of revolutionary development in Europe, it is equally important to think and discuss about the American War of Independence. With the discovery of America, the European countries turned their attention towards this continent. The imperialistic European countries, the countries followed the imperialism policies. Imperialism policy means of extending rule over a foreign country. So the imperialistic European countries took control of different regions of America, and there they established their colonies. England established 13 colonies on the east coast of America. So initially, England had a nominal, that is less, domination over these colonies or control over these colonies. But later English Parliament led an oppressive restriction and taxes on these American colonies. Okay, So the people in America revolted against it. They were not ready to accept the restrictions and the taxes which were put on them. So England declared war to suppress these colonies. When the American people revolted against it, so in order to suppress this, England declared war. American colonies organized the army under the leadership of George Washington and finally won against England. This event is known as American War of Independence. A new nation known as United States of America with the federal government, written constitution and based on the principle of democracy was born. So you can say that the American War of Independence gave a new principle of democracy, and this is all about the American War of Independence. With this we come to the end of the part 1. I hope that you all have understood all that I have explained so far. So thank you student, have a wonderful day.